we've got to be realistic. When it comes to making big financial decisions, I don't think it's ever going to be just a machine telling us what to do.
Business simplification has been cited as one of the reasons for the drop in bottom line profit. A&P's been shrinking to grow for quite some time. Are investors finally seeing signs of growth?
Yeah, well, for me, I think it's important to look at our underlying profit because I think that's an indication of the health of the business. And if you look at our underlying profit, it actually went up 9% to 131 million. Yes, we had a few one-offs during the half, and one of those was business simplification. But that's an investment in helping the business to grow and getting rid of some of that legacy. And we kind of highlighted that to our investors a couple of years ago now. So we're just really delivering what we said we were going to do. So no surprises with that. But I think it's important to think about the health of the business, and that's where we saw that 9% growth.
And the market tended to pick up after you started to talk about growth in advisor numbers for your super platform. Can you talk us through that?
Yeah, I think we saw an original dip in the market in the morning, but when we had the opportunity to talk through the numbers, we saw it come back. And I think there's a couple of reasons for that. Firstly, we are delivering on our promises around cost, and so we will deliver that promise this year. But secondly, as you just mentioned, we're starting to see growth across our wealth businesses now in both our businesses. So our platform business is seeing growth in advisor support, but also growth in flows. And actually it has been for the last 2 years. Every quarter has been a growth on growth on growth. And similarly in our super and investments business, we've seen the same trajectory. So it's nice to be in the position now where we can actually talk about growth and not just simplification.
Do you think the reputational fallout from the Banking Royal Commission is behind you, given you're still facing litigation?
Yeah, well, I mean, the Royal Commission was a long time ago now, and I think when I walked in the door 4 years ago, I talked about the fact that it was going to be incredibly important to restore the reputation of this amazing company. That probably took a little longer than I would have liked, but I feel we are back there now. People are trusting us. People can see that we're a different organisation, that we're innovating, but we respect the lessons of the past, and that's what I want us to be. So I think it's behind us, but we can never forget those lessons. Every day we come in, we've got to remember the importance of the customer and delivering what they need.
Speaking of innovation, in your presentation you noted that there are AI agents now assisting your advisors. How far could AI go in the advisory business, and could it be the end of financial advisors?
Oh, I think that's a big question. I think AI is part of the way we're operating our businesses today. It's part of the way we're operating our personal lives, and I don't see that changing. And I think it really can deliver efficiencies and better customer service. I think, though, we've got to be realistic. When it comes to making big financial decisions, I don't think it's ever going to be just a machine telling us what to do. We want to have that confirmation from a human being. I personally want that. I know most of our customers want to do that. But it can help in the background to remove some of that kind of administrative burden so the advisors can be in that face-to-face scenario helping their customers.
How important do you think the regulatory framework around AI is, noting yesterday the Productivity Commission calling essentially for a light touch on regulation around AI?
Yeah, I think it's interesting because AI is simply another tool, but I think it's really important that we take accountability for the AI models and that someone is always responsible for making sure they're doing what they're supposed to be doing. So I think we can do that in forms of the legislation that already exists. We don't need new regulation there. Similarly, I think we need to be transparent about when AI is being used in our organisations. But I think, again, the current regulatory framework allows for that, and this is just a different tool of delivering. So I think we just need to be very clear. As executives of organisations, we've got responsibilities. We've got those responsibilities today, and I think they just continue in a more complex environment with the use of AI.
And just finally, for investors, this was the half-year result. What's the outlook for the full year?
Yeah, I'm very optimistic about the full year. I think we know what we've got to do. We've got to keep delivering that growth, and we're all committed to doing that. We've got to absolutely deliver on our efficiency promises, and I can assure you that will happen. But I also want us at AMP to think like a challenger brand. We are smaller these days. We can be more nimble. We can be more innovative. We can challenge the status quo, and we can get out there and execute more quickly. And that's what I want us to do, and that's what our investors and our customers are going to see in the second half as well.
Alexis George, thank you so much.
Thank you very much.